Houston, and now.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Me and Rich Mo, we outside now. We outside, Rich Mo?
Definitely outside.
We outside, so we gonna let y'all know what time it is. It is now time for the Dynasty DM Extended What's up, y'all? We are outside. Y'all know me and Rich Mo been on the road. We been traveling, right, Rich?
Yes.
So today we are at the Twisted Circle ATL studio. So if you wonder why we got an elephant coming through our shoulders over here, that's why, okay? Because we over here at the studio where all kinds of art is going on, and we are joined today. We got Eric Nine in the building, and we got Ross over here.
How y'all doing?
And shout out to the Resource Guild, Mr. Daniel Dickey, the Renaissance man himself, for inviting us to come down here. They got some things going on, and you know they welcomed us with a warm welcome, didn't they, Rich? So we got our okay. And I got a coaster. So I want to introduce you. Well, I'm gonna let you know how we do. We just free flowing around here, so we're gonna let our guests introduce themselves and just kind of get the conversation going about what's going on with the Twisted Circle ATL. So I'm gonna start to my right over here.
Cool. So it's Twisted Circus.
Circus, I'm sorry.
Twisted Circus.
Yes, I had it wrong. Twisted Circus.
It's a concept that me and my partner over there, Evan, came up with a while ago, and basically just combining visual arts and performing arts and making art shows less boring, you know?
Yeah.
That's where it started. But yeah, Eric Nine, that's me. I do murals and creative director here in Atlanta.
Okay.
Me and my partner, we produce events. We contribute to the community in different ways.
Okay.
And we make sure that we have fun while we're doing it.
So Twisted Circus. How did you come up with that name?
It's an evolving, long story, you know.
Okay.
But
We got time.
Right. That's what we here to talk about.
Really came to life. Really just me and E talking. We've been close for I don't know how many years, and we've known each other through a lot of phases. You know what I'm saying? And I was putting together personal art, talking to him every day about aspirations of how we could do this and that. I think at first we were calling it Twisted Carnival, and we just had these ideas of like including performing arts and projecting.
Right.
Our art shows more
Interesting.
interactive.
Yeah. Okay.
And there was something we agreed on. And the Twisted, because we like so big.
Okay.
It started makes sense.
It totally. I see that went over my head. Y'all never would have thought about that.
No, this is the elephant. This is our mascot, the elephant Google. And as you can tell, I took the tusk out and he replaced it with joints. It's definitely
Art joints. You know, I never tell people how to do their art. You know, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be nice if it was lit. He has to smoke. He's been here forever and he has to smoke.
It's a work in progress.
So he might be smoking one day?
And then when you come back next time, you might be happy to burn.
Listen, you owe me. I got you high. You've been here for how long and you ain't smoking? I know you have. I know you have. Yeah.
So, which one you got some next?
Let me know who I got sitting next to me.
So how y'all doing, everybody? I'm Edmund Ross. In the art world, I go by Thomas Ross. Like Eric was saying, we've been partners here for a while at Studio 9 for some years now. And this is just kind of the progression of where we've come to with the Twisted Circus. We started off with, doing smaller shows and just interactive events. and we've kind of snowballed into this big machine that we have now as Twisted Circus.
Nice. So let's talk about some of the murals that you have. How did that come about? How did that start all over Atlanta?
So I would say the mural scene in Atlanta probably like 2017 really started getting a lot of eyes on it. But around when 2020 came, there was just this influx of like properties and government money available. And so it's just like this explosion in the murals and any artist that could do it was doing it because it's great work, it's the best gallery, it's out in the city, you know. So yeah, I've been doing it for a while. But it's like there's so many muralists in Atlanta. So stuff that me and he talked about was like how to be different, you know. So we put together this whole universe, this whole story. We built our purpose, and the murals is definitely one of the cornerstones that gives us like the financial like breathing room to make some of this stuff happen.
So, what was like the first one, and why do you?
You know which one? I wish I could remember the first one I paid for. You know,
those are always good.
Yeah, I wish I could remember that.
First one that you paid for?
Yeah.
That's one of my early ones. I did get through one for Pepsi.
That's dope.
Nice.
That kind of like opened my eyes.
Shout out to doing one for Pepsi.
Period. Right?
Y'all know about what is it? K&K Kitchen.
That sounds very
It
familiar.
sounds familiar.
It's a historical spot, and I got to meet the owner, and she let me paint. She paid me to paint this like just these flowers on the side of her building, and then that turned into 2 other jobs, and kind of just went from there. It's been a ride. Like,
Nice.
I don't know. Do you remember like what was one of the early ones?
Man, it's been actually so many to where, yeah, I mean,
Really?
yeah, it's been a lot. I actually, through assisting him and being able to kind of follow under his tutelage with art and mural work, I was able to just kind of do my first solo mural about 2 months ago.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
And so that was so that was a great opportunity for us, you know, again, with our progression to be able to actually go from assisting and learning a lot to being able to do my own first mural by myself. And so through our initiative, Community Over Competition, that kind of made that space and the opportunity available. And so it was a real nice thing.
So when you did, where did you do yours?
Oh, so this portion of our Community Over Competition, it was done in East Atlanta Village, on the side of what used to be Tree House, but actually, you know, if you're an Atlanta native, you may know it as the East Side Lounge, or the Union. It's been a few different places. I mean, a few different names over the years and things like that. So it was great for me also being from East Atlanta to, you know, and, you know, being that some of my stomping grounds, to be able to do a mural over there in that area.
Wow, that's awesome. So that particular, you being from East Atlanta, was that like the main reason why you wanted to do that first one over there, or was it something about that particular?
Honestly, you know, it's more we around here we believe a lot in the universe, and you know, and going with the flow, and so I've been kind of threatening to get into my mural bag a little bit and wanting to jump out and do a mural, and so with this opportunity, being a part of the creative team, when I was shown the layout for the wall, in my mind, I was like, oh, I mean, because I'm familiar with the wall, I see it all the time. I was like, man, that little spot down there at the end, you know, that's, and I never even told Eric this, but I said that to myself, and probably about an hour later, he called me and we were talking about it. And he was like, hey man, you know, the spot at the end, you know, it's a good size, but it ain't too big. I think you ought to jump on it. And so I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll jump on it. Not telling him that, oh, I was already thinking about it. So, you know, it worked out. And, you know, like, again, to be able to have it somewhat in my neighborhood, you know, gave my mom a chance to come out, and just another accolade or something that she can see to, you know, hey, you did a good job. So, you know, one of those things all the way around.
So, you know, that's so interesting.
Are y'all are y'all adding to the circus?
In what way?
Like, would you want other artists to join, or it's just like this is y'all crew and that's it?
No, well, as far as Twisted Circuit goes, yeah, we're kind of
join the circus.
Yeah, we're definitely like a art collective, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, we're a collective of creatives, from visual artists to photographers and videographers and so on and so forth. So yeah, writers, performers, yeah.
Because one of the artists from Black Ink does murals, Jigga, and I don't know if you ever seen in Little 5 Points. There's a when you're going down the hill, it's like you can go to the left, like it's like a little open space where there's like something going on in there. To the left, there's like a scene from North Carolina. You see a bridge and the water and the trees. It's like the whole building. He did that whole side of it. I don't know if he did. It's probably like a few years ago. But the person that owned it said they're from North Carolina, so he actually gave them the whole. I mean, it literally looks like just the scene out of there crossing that bridge. You know what I'm saying? He's dope at that. So I would just say like I would put him on because he definitely likes to get twisted. His name is Jigga, yeah.
And you can join the circus.
Yeah, and and to me, you know, like just the diversity because he's Asian, he's Korean. You know what I'm saying? He's Korean, but he looks Mexican. Yeah. You know, y'all just got it. She looks like y'all two don't look like y'all belong together. So him coming along, y'all
Poppy over here, just like a little Decatur Poppy.
Yeah, you got that good. You got that good here.
Yeah. Decatur Poppy.
But like Edmund had mentioned, we have a community of competition initiative that we started.
Nice.
And it's really to like specifically for local muralists. We want to lock down these walls so we can get our people that are kind of like Atlanta muralists, a place where they can do something. It's secured for at least X amount of months or a year, and make it more of a community driven thing where easily been like what I love about Atlanta, mostly about our community here, is that we actually know each other. We actually look out for each other. And it's different than New York. It's different than LA. It's different than other places. And there's a group of us, including me and Edmund, and larger than me and Edmund, that respect and preserve that. And we put effort into keeping it like that. We see the younger artists, and we want to school them, and we want to see it grow. You know. So yeah, we have a lot of fun, man. But most of the stuff is not. I'll say most, not everything. Definitely not everything. Most of the stuff we do is purpose behind it. We ain't out here trying to.
I see it. There's a lot of branding going on here. Look at this.
Look
at this. Look at this. There's a coaster or a sticker, but it looks like
whatever you needed to be.
Whatever
you needed to be.
Yeah,
badge for you, a sticker.
Twisted Circus.
Put it on your computer.
Twisted Circus,
everything.
ATL.
One of the last things we did was with a mentoring program called I Am King. And they take in boys that don't have fathers in the house. And me and we went with panels, and we put these certain affirmations on the panel, and then cover it so you can see it. And then we brought the panels out there, we talked to kids, we had a good time. And then when it was done, we peeled off, you see the words underneath it. And it was like a really it was so satisfying. Like, and I know that he agrees. Like, when we left, we were like, that was a good day, and it's a different type of reward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, question, real quick. So, it seems like you're a veteran in murals and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And is that what you do? Like, what else do you
That's
do?
the main
You
thing.
paint mostly.
But I paint. I sell most of this art is mine.
Right.
We host events.
I'm
We
gonna
do
see if I can
classes.
spin the room real quick so we can see it. But what I wanted to ask was, what were you doing before murals? Since this was your first mural recently, what were you doing before murals? What brought you to want to do this? And what were you doing before
That's what I
that?
want to know.
Huh?
That's what I want to know. Like, how
Yeah.
do you?
Literally, bro. Like,
So,
Oh, veterinarian.
yeah, the vet clinic.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Wow.
Working with animals. Yeah. So, I mean, before this mural, I've been already into the creative scene. Maybe you would say working in the backgrounds. I'm not necessarily a traditional artist in the sense of painting and drawing. I'm more of an experienced artist. I may take you somewhere or give you an experience that you can't put it on the wall, but you're gonna have it in your mind forever. And so,
You gotta drop a bomb for that. Because the man just turned me into an artist in a different aspect. Because guess what?
Yeah.
I'm an experienced artist too.
exactly.
Man, listen, I ain't never heard it explained like that. And I'm gonna give him his credit. You heard it first here. You're gonna hear it again a billion times from me. But yo, this is the first experienced artist I've ever met, and I'm the second. So yeah. Shout out to you. That's dope. Well, go ahead, my bad. Continue.
And so from that, it kind of started with my original company called Urban Hippie. And
Oh, I see the chain. I see the chain.
From
Urban
Urban
Hippie,
Hippie, that was a umbrella name that I came with to kind of incorporate everything that we were doing. So from being an experienced artist to a core of DJs to doing back then in the city a lot of cannabis activism, working down at the Capitol, dealing with lobbyists and different things like that, trying to push the whole cannabis narrative. And so between music, cannabis, and art, that was kind of born Urban Hippie.
Wow.
You're the second person I heard say that they was down there doing that. You probably know this guy. His name is Danaka. You know who Danaka is, right? Do you?
What does he go?
He called himself Dr. Danaka or Dr. Wardrobe.
Okay,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
that's
talking
what
about?
I think.
Yeah, because he said he used to be down. He used to he does the whole lobbyist thing and stuff like that as well. Yeah. I think he's like he does something in little 5 points, like he's like on the board or something. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, he's the first person I heard I met that was a lobbyist for the cannabis thing, and you the second one, so that's dope that I met.
It's been a long time coming in the city of Atlanta, but not in the same way that it is for other places. I mean, again, being a native here, being outside, if you want to say, for tell my age, but for over 30 years,
be proud.
you know what I'm saying? Being able to be outside for at least that long. Going other places, California included, Amsterdam, places like that, where it's known to have cannabis. Here in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, we smoke freer than most of all of those places. Up to this date, they're a little bit more lenient with different things, but for years we smoke in clubs here, we smoke out, we smoke at events and things like that, versus in places that it's recreational and legal, they don't smoke.
They still don't let you smoke inside.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
when I moved here, I was shocked about that. When you go to clubs, it's like it's okay.
Yeah.
Legal or not, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And police there, they don't care. It's just, like if you get caught outside, it's problem.
That's different, yeah. But as far as being, entertainment wise, we've been able to smoke here freely for a very long time. So the marijuana and cannabis laws here in the state of Georgia are not necessarily in your favor, but it's not, you know,
It's not enforced.
yeah, it's not enforced the same way
I
either.
heard today that they might turn it from a 1 to 3, like less or no federal charge at all.
Really?
But right now in Atlanta, it's definitely it's not a charge at all. It's a ticket now.
It's up to the officer.
If you get
Oh, really?
No.
Well, I mean, it's up to him if he want to give you a ticket,
the
or if
ticket
he
or
wanna-
not, yeah. But he can't. But if it's under a certain amount, if it's under an ounce, he can't take it further if he want to,
Nah,
because
he can't.
it's only a ticket. But I mean, my thing is this is such a progressive place, like you said. I'm surprised that they wasn't one of the first to try to legalize it, because it's like it's already progressive here. It's like everybody, like you said, everywhere you go, when you go inside, you good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with the progressiveness of Atlanta, it's still, what they like to say is a good old boy state. And it's not even, I'm not going to say a good old boy state. It's a money state. And so it's going to be about revenue. In Clarkston was one of the first cities to decriminalize, but unbeknownst to the people, the lawyers were the people who wanted to stand in the way, because it was going to directly affect their
Lower their
income.
profits, yeah.
Wow.
If you decriminalize the marijuana.
Yeah, they don't
So
gotta
they
do
was
that.
all right with bringing it down, but they didn't want to make it all the way recreational.
That's sad.
That's a shame. Money.
That's
All
a
about money.
Yeah, everything in this country is about the money. This country is a damn it's a damn business, and we are the consumer for the country. Everything they do is to make money.
Right.
You get
The
what I'm
consumer
saying?
and the worker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Both.
You tax us on both sides.
Yeah, work to
So let
consume.
me ask you this. This might be for both of y'all. Because, like, once upon a time, did you just start off, think of, like, you from New York, I'm from Jersey, and you see murals and all. Like, for me, this brings a different meaning, because I've never known anyone that actually, or met, when you say met, a person that actually does murals, right? So, did you start off, and I guess that's for both of y'all, did you start off at a young age just drawing and then say, oh, I want to do some big stuff? Like, what inspired you to want to go big?
The first, I didn't grow back in my house when I was a kid.
Wow.
But I would say, like, most people know this, but there's a big difference between, like, graffiti and mural. You know what I'm saying? But graffiti is really what blossomed that whole thing.
Yeah.
But now there's, like, it's funny in Atlanta because both of those things are very alive. And they have an interesting relationship with each other. But
Yeah, there's a big difference between graffiti and a mural, because graffiti is just you tagging yourself. A mural is actually supposed to be a memorial for something, because murals are normally a mural for somebody who passed away. It's supposed to be some sort of expression. Yeah, it's supposed to be some meaning behind this mural. Like, murals have meaning. The graffiti was just tagging, basically. Because I'm from the Bronx. That's where it started, and you have people tagging all the time. Some people just only know how to do their tags, but murals be, something serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know why.
But it seems like it became kind of a gray area, because you have both kind of pulling at each other. So you'll have somebody that's a street artist and they may only do graffiti, and then you'll have a muralist. But as a graffiti artist, and as you start to grow within your writing, you develop characters, or you develop more of an art style. Yeah, and it starts to, so now it is your tag, but it's become a little bit more than your tag. It has become a mural or a piece of art.
Rest in peace to Tracy 168. I know him personally. That was my brother. He created the word wild style. That was his tag. The wild style that they did the movie after. That was his tag, and his like you said, he was a graffiti artist, but he always did this face. And that would be considered a mural because it was a big face that he would put up, and then he would put Wild Style at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
It's people's names that they tag, but I mean, one of our favorites is what's his name? The eyeball.
Clops.
Yeah. It's one eyeball. You just see all over the city.
Really?
Or either Vision. Vision is the other guy. Vision is the with the regular eye. It looks more of like you like the circle.
You know what makes me laugh though, because you said my first mural I did as a kid in the back of my house, and immediately I didn't want to cut you off, but immediately in my mind it made me laugh because it's like you called it a mural, but I'm sure your parents called it something else. I was very mad.
Actually, that's a good point because actually my first graffiti was in the back of my house.
Okay.
My first mural was my parents telling me to paint something pretty over it.
Over
me just writing shit. Yeah.
What did you do?
Go fix it.
Yeah, paint something nice. Like you can actually paint something nice, and I went and paint some kung fu characters and stuff. But no, my parents were always very supportive. Like,
That's good.
Yeah, it was a blessing for sure.
That's
Like,
a big blessing. I try to be supportive with my daughter because she likes to sing, but she just likes to do it very loudly, and when I don't want to hear it. So I catch myself to not say, shut up, stop, shut up. I want her to be expressive and do it because I don't want to be the reason why I don't want to silence her voice. But it can be very.
But there's balance. But there's balance to that too. There's balance to that too because you want to be encouraging, but you want her to be aware. You don't want her to be the one out here just over the top and be like, oh, this is the time when my dad would be like, shut the fuck up. Like, and then, you know.
So I definitely, I thank you for that. I needed that, and now I do need to let her. She needs to be balanced.
Yeah.
She's here. She's around.
You gotta know when.
When she wants attention, that's what she'll do. She'll just start singing mad loud. It's like, do you do this when I'm not around? No. Don't do it with her. Yeah, but this is I love what y'all got going on. I'm not gonna lie. It's very dope. So you sell these paintings.
Yeah, we activate this spot every other month or so and sell original art. Some of these paintings aren't mine; they're artists that me and him. Either it's pieces that me and him bought and we show them off here, or resell them at a higher value, or it's just like our personal collection. Every once in a while, we'll like show it off. But mainly just trying to hustle. You know, as you could see in the camera, like we got shirts and merch and like. We just, I don't know, we both storytellers, but we also like really enjoy like the brand strategy and kind of like, okay, this is what we want to do and figuring out the best way to accomplish like that.
So I also read in terms of you guys using art in terms of dealing with mental health. So talk to me about, you know, what that's all about and some of the things that you guys look to do or have done, you know, to help kind of support that.
One of the monthly events that we hold is called Dank, Drink, and Draw. And we just make it like a fun.
Today?
It actually is after,
It's
right after this interview, so y'all can hang out. Yeah, we got a head start anyway. So, so Dank, Drink, and Draw. It's a fun thing, but we do include an element of just mental check-in. Whether it be someone just come and direct everybody in the breathing exercise and remind everybody to just take a time out and take a breath, or it might be like a psychologist or a therapist that maybe deals a more holistic approach, you know. But again, man, this is just stuff that me and Edmund talk about. Like we've been talking about this shit for years, and this is. It's special when you find someone that matches your energy, and then you start manifesting. And so after me and him, after we did it a few times, we're like, oh damn, like, well, what do we want to do next? And that's kind of where the attitude that we're at right now is like, you know, it's us deciding, and there's no limit to it, you know. Yeah.
So. What does that look like for today? What does today look like for you?
I mean, today is gonna be a good time. Like, me and him both have been on daddy duty a lot lately.
Okay.
So we're gonna take tonight off and get nice with friends and draw. We have a muse coming through. So she'll model for the artists that want to have something to look at. Some artists just come through and draw whatever they want. Some artists don't even draw. Some people, they just come to get a vibe, and we have art material, supplies, and coloring book pages.
Oh wow!
And so they'll just, and it's more about just the camaraderie, the conversation, and just kind of keeping it tight with the community.
So
real quick, Dynasty, let me get a quick view of some of this art in here. Like, some of this stuff is amazing. He's really good at what he do. I just want the people to be able to see what we dealing with. Look at that. That's nice. This is nice. They also have merch, hats, stuff going on.
Check out these toys.
The where?
Oh yeah, the toys for sure.
The toys.
So we haven't even got into the Twisted Circus story. But those toys over there, here, here, let me grab it. I'll do it for you.
Is there a Toy Story?
Let me get a close up of them.
Okay,
So we could just and I'll tell you briefly what So these two are the two characters. So we have Boobala, the elephant, and the ballerina, and these two characters are like what me and Evan have been building this storyline around. And so basically the two characters are opposites. You got this big ass elephant. He's scary looking, one of the biggest animals in the jungle. But if you know elephants, they're some of the softest, compassionate, like very graceful, but also like family oriented, and just some of the most softest giving type, approachable energy. In such a intimidating look, where the ballerina is kind of the opposite, where she might look frail at some, or like dainty or whatever you want to say, but really ballerinas are like fierce, competitive athletes.
Yes, very, very competitive.
Right. I mean, to where they sacrifice their bodies just as much as a football player, or even worse. Like,
them toes be looking crazy.
Yeah. Prehistoric. This is prehistoric. It's been like Jurassic Park when they take off those things.
They be damaging them toes. Hit the ground.
But yeah, like we just take those two opposites and use them to, tell a story that it don't matter where you come from, how you look. You got to see past all that, and it's a love story. So yeah, we just having fun with it, man.
I never knew that. I think about elephants. Only thing I know about elephants, honestly, is great memory. And apparently, they're afraid of mice.
And they work for peanuts.
What he said makes it make sense. If they're so sweet, it's like like my daughter being scared of a bug. It's like when you being a bug, what you're afraid of.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like that.
And I would think I would like to really believe that, but in my mind, I got to think with the elephant being the size and the height that it is, most times I can't even see a mouse or a rat for real when they run by. So I'm like, an elephant out there, would you even see a mouse if it came by? And at that point, being as big as you are, what's to make you differentiate between it being a mouse or something else?
Anything.
Maybe
I learned that shit from cartoons.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Where did it come from?
Are they scared of chipmunks?
Yeah, we gotta do some research on that.
Actually, just because cartoons always do that.
Exactly.
That could just be a joke saying that elephants are afraid of animals that are much smaller.
Just
I don't think it's that, but they're probably scared of like foxes and wolves, things that they probably crush
like they'll pummel it.
They could, but that don't mean they would. We gotta do that.
I mean, all this shit is based on a cartoon, so you take it for what it's worth. But I can tell you right now, like I've seen footage of like a family of elephants, and this baby like died, and the mom came and sat next to it and just cried for like 3 days, and then cried to death and died with the baby. So like it's a whole different. Lions and other animals don't do that shit. Like most people see. That's food. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
like that's crazy. Like the emotional that just shows this whole other level of emotion. And then also like when they're crossing rivers, you see videos of them helping each other,
Yeah,
like lifting each
and,
other up.
and they
It's
hold
all
and they hold hands.
yeah.
Like I put my trunk on your tail, you put your trunk on mine.
Right.
It's like
So
just
very
making sure.
yeah.
So what I don't know if she asked this already because I mean this is a conversation.
Yeah.
So what made you choose an elephant?
Honestly, man, I just love drawing elephants my whole life because they are easy to draw and they're forgiving. Like I don't when someone says, "Oh, can you do a portrait?" I'm like, "Okay," but it comes with a pressure of doing it where it don't look right.
Yeah.
With elephants, there's so much space. Like they could be taller, they could be fatter, they could be So there's just more room to just stylize it, and no one's gonna say you did it wrong. Like so that honestly that's where it started. Then because I did it so much, I started learning, and then I started realizing everything that an elephant stands for. There's nothing negative. Good luck, like all the characteristics, all the even religious references. There's nothing evil associated with that shit.
Wow.
And
You know?
what does the bandages mean?
The bandages.
Like what the
Oh,
colors? Like
bandages.
I see that on the different elephants. You layer it for some reason. What does that mean to you? Like what
Just like different. Well, I was gonna say.
No, go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
I
was
want
gonna
to.
say. I mean, and a lot of this comes because again, I've known him for so long,
Right.
and
When you can finish your
admire
brother's
his
sentences,
art
it's dope. Go ahead.
and things like that to where I study it and be
And you
like,
know what the answer is.
but I mean, it's not really bandages as such as much as it is just different textures. Like he said, like how elephants can be so different. And then, I mean, the fact that as an artist, you develop a color palette and things of that nature that you kind of feel comfortable with working with. And so it's just kind of more of a testament to just the different textures and like you said, the different layers.
Layers of life.
Yeah.
A lot of the paintings start. A lot of the paintings are stories. Like this one in particular. I painted the city, and then I painted this. Actually, I painted this like skeleton, like devil looking thing, and then I put a tutu on it. And then I painted the angels and made the city broken. So, and then I figured it out. And by the time it's done, and I try to leave layers, and I do more so in other paintings, but by the time it's done, what you're getting is actually a full story. Like there's layers and layers to it. Like even that piece where the elephant looks very intimidating. Look at his eyes. Like if it was just that on the black background, that motherfucker look like like that's something that you don't want to put in your kid's bedroom at night, right?
But the way you did this elephant, it does look scary.
It does. It looks beautiful.
But the colors and also when you shine the light at an angle and you see all the flowers around them, then all of a sudden it's kind of different, right?
That's nice.
But that's again I'm fortunate to have a friend and a partner like E, because we're way different and way the same. That it's been really fun to
Kind of develop this whole brand, this whole movement with someone that keeps me in check in a lot of different ways, like because I'll get a little lost. I'll be in my room I'll paint myself in circles, like
So you got an accountability partner.
yeah, and someone to kind of remind you like, oh, but don't forget about
So everybody needs.
you gotta live.
Yeah, come out that room.
Right.
And just before we get away from the elephant and the ballerina, we actually do kind of have two versions. We do a little kid version that we would say that's very much more child and family oriented, and then of course we do adult version, and he has a bottle of whiskey and joints as tusk.
I like
so
that.
Right. Right. But we're not.
What do y'all sell those for?
That's the question that no artist wants to answer. Different prices.
Excuse me, it's like so. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting point in itself because in the argument it's a weird thing, but it is exactly that. Like everything's so liquid. You know what I mean? Like certain situations
like
is
love, but then it's like If it's at an art gallery, it's like, nah, this is all.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Just listen. You might not show love. I don't know. I'm just saying.
No.
Like, nah, nigga, you look like you got some money. I need you to pay.
So me to look.
Right. That's hilarious. Maybe one of them changed or something.
Listen, you get in line.
But you
Get in line. I'm trying to get
but you absolutely,
In a couple months.
it's absolutely,
On the way.
you're absolutely right though. I think he actually probably do more work for the free stuff because that's what we see the value in that. And then the paying stuff, like we definitely not like giving them a break and any kind of like shorting ourselves. You know what I mean? But it's a balance because we do gotta keep coming up with ways to keep this our passions. If it was up to us, like, and if we just had like endless amount of money, then all we would do is just be everything.
That's how I feel.
By
the lot of things that I love, I would like to just give it to people and do things to people. But you gotta live.
Imagine,
Right?
Absolutely.
Imagine if though, right? Like even like music, for example. Imagine your favorite fucking artist didn't have to worry about making that fucking commercial song.
Right.
And all he did was she did was just make her shit. Right.
Yeah.
Different
And imagine
experience.
if they could just give it to you for free.
Different experience. Like,
Take it. I want you to have it.
right. So, but we gotta figure it out.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what? We do what we can.
That's right.
In some situations, we can give.
Some of y'all artists need to do free concerts.
Richmond to give.
Some of them do. Some of them give back.
Yeah, they do. I mean, in their way.
Yeah, in their way. Yeah, come on.
I'll tell you right now, what Bad Bunny did, and I'll make this a quick little point. What Bad Bunny did with his last album was what I'm talking about for like super mainstream, top selling global artist, only second to Katy Perry or whoever, for him to like put the best album that he's ever done, and then he says, but all the shows are in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
That's crazy. He's like, you gotta come here.
Wow.
And that's how artists.
And he was first. He's, I don't know if he fell behind. He was first. He was ahead of Katy Perry.
That's okay. Oh wow.
Period. At some point.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
From that little ass island, and then he was like, and so like
That's fire.
you gotta fly to the island, you gotta stay here, and I'm gonna hit you over the head for this fucking.
Because he's trying to feed. He's feeding the country.
He's giving it right back.
Yeah. I only do shows in Puerto Rico.
For this fucking his most critically acclaimed album.
Wow.
That makes sense because what that does is, like I said, brings so much money into the country. What hurt Puerto Rico the most, honestly, to me, is becoming. It helped and it hurt, but becoming a part of the United States made it so that everybody left the United States.
I don't know if you know.
Everybody left Puerto Rico. Like when you go to all of these countries, these exotic countries that you need passport, and then they need visas to come here. You go there and be the most beautiful women. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
And this is what I noticed. Sorry, but when you go to Puerto Rico, it seems like a lot of that has gone. Because if you're beautiful and you want a chance, you're gonna come to the States, especially if you don't have a passport.
Yeah.
So everybody just ran to me. Anybody that of that caliber came to the United States. So when you go there, you're just getting what's there to me. But what he's doing is making it so that he's bringing it in. It's free. You can fly there without a passport. So that's beautiful. But I feel like it's not considered like going somewhere like people want to use their passport.
No, it's Americanized, it's American run, and it depends where you go.
What kind of being a gentleman from New York? What kind of Puerto Rican ladies like because I mean my experience in Puerto Rico, I feel like they was there, but I mean
when did you go?
I mostly tend to hang and dwell and live towards the east part of the island. So not in like San Jose. I usually kind of get out because I like to see where the Afro Puerto Ricans that I hit through L'Aquila. You know, I go through there, and for me, it's like County Road. It's like I'm at South DeKalb in Puerto Rico. I had never experienced that my first couple of times in Puerto Rico, but my last couple of times in Puerto Rico, I go to an area and it's like, oh man, it look like County Road for real.
That's a valid point.
I never, you know, just because I get this question all the time. I mean, I don't know. That's my Puerto Rican partner over there. But in people's mind, they feel like most Puerto Ricans they see usually a lighter skin. And so, you know, in Puerto Rico, in Puerto Rico, it ain't really, you know, you get to see
it's every shade.
A little bit of all
everything.
different type, and it's just like anywhere else.
Yeah.
If you haven't, you doing what people that haven't do.
Yeah.
If you not, then you kind of making your way.
Yeah.
And so it's not really like in a racist way. It's more like class than anything. But I think because I like to still go out into the city and kind of do that, I still see some of them like, man.
You see
like,
now.
Whoa,
what you saying makes sense. So I only go on the resort.
Okay.
And that's why. And then when I did go to Puerto Rico one time I did go into the city to go to where Tender Calderon was from.
Oh shit!
I did that only because my friends that I was with were Honduran, so they speak Spanish.
Yeah.
They're dark, but they speak Spanish. So we told the driver
like
to take us over. Well, at least we can know what the hell going on. So we went over there and we shot out a video. And we had, that whole little area he's from, they was getting on top of it. They went up for us.
He's God down there.
Yeah,
Bagel?
But for what you're saying, though, I didn't venture off into certain places because if I don't know somebody from that city, I ain't gonna play around.
Yeah,
because that's how you get lost.
Well, yeah,
and then don't come back.
By the way, shout out to D girls in Puerto Rico. If you're in Puerto Rico, you know, having some fun, you got you some extra time, check out D girls.
He's talking about Circus.
Where's D girls at? What city is D girls in? Let them know.
You gonna have to
just look up D girls.
Look up D girls. It's only one.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
So I know we about to wrap up a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit more about the community
of competition. So that's kind of something that me and E came up with recently. But we were able to activate our first wall in East Atlanta Village. Like he had mentioned, so the first one we did, like a lot of things with us, is us kind of like pushing in a direction, and the universe kind of like makes it almost like he just like shows it to us. So we had a friend, and I already had paintings on the side of the wall, and while me and E are like, hey man, you know, what do you want to do? All these like kind of components just fell into place. So basically, we were able to take over the whole side of the wall. We got some of our muralist friends and painted it for free, and we might reactivate it every year. We've already secured 2 more walls. So what we're trying to do is like hit every different like city or area, and then have a theme of community over competition, and kind of even like reach out to different artists and just kind of like make a. Sometimes you just need like a space to like meet someone and talk and like you know, and I think a lot comes from that.
And what exactly does community over competition mean?
I mean exactly what it says. It's like my favorite thing about Atlanta. What I feel like still exists here. Like, people ain't cutthroat as it could be, or what I've experienced. It's not as like that.
Yeah, people
you know.
It's the out of towners that's actually do that. But like you said, I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm out of town myself. But it's the out of towners that actually that do. It is a place where it's a lot of support.
It is, and it's not something that comes easy. It's not something that comes easy because there's a lot of like bullshit out there. There's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of motherfuckers that just come and go and all that. It's not something easy, but there is. It's very real for someone to come here and be about whatever they're about, and if they have the discipline to like do it and chase it. Atlanta is still a little more open, a little more like receptive than any other place that I've been or conversations or actually lived at. You know, like.
And those people, I think, start to gravitate because I mean we see that, in our world and what we do, in entertainment, and I'm always saying like our entertainment family, how we continuously support each other, and when we're doing events, it's just like, what can I do? What can I do? How can I help? How can So it's just that gravitation of those, like-minded individuals that have that positive and giving spirit, that say, hey, I see what you're doing. I want to support. I like what you got going on. I want to support that.
It's the same reason that we're all here right now. It's like
there you go.
It all attracted itself to.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about that.
Yeah, after you go through that long enough in life, like you go through these things and you have this consistent, then the stress lowers because you've been through it so many times. You're like, I've been through worse. And you can just lean into that confidence that it's gonna work out, and I don't know. It's been working for us.
So, is there anything that you, in final thoughts, in terms of you as an artist, what you got going on that you really want people to know about you or about anything you have coming up as far as Twisted Circus ATL?
So immediately, probably the biggest initiative, like we've been speaking about, is going to be the community over competition. We do have a new activation coming up on the west side of Atlanta. It's kind of on the wraps right now, but it is going to be a nice another installation of the community over competition. It's going to be for a good cause in a good area, dealing with people who've been putting out into that West Side community for a lot of years, and so we're kind of excited about collaborating with them as far as the wall goes, to kind of bring this to life.
So, can people come join the circus?
Where do they submit their application?
What in what capacity? We're always taking in applications.
Or just go to twistedcircusatl.com.
Absolutely.
Twistedcircusatl.com. And it's as simple, you just sign up and we'll start sending you emails of pop-ups that we have here, events that we host, and things that we partner with.
We do have a newsletter for that. So
we do newsletters, not every month, maybe every other month, when we got enough stuff to talk about. But we also in October we're gonna be hosting. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month,
yes, it is.
so we're gonna let this whole studio space is gonna be transformed, and we're gonna be hosting a pop-up here called Two Breast Friends. And we got a handful of like dope ass like shit that we're excited to share. But I don't know, just like Instagram is always like the best to follow us.
All on your platform.
Yeah, so Eric9, the 9 is always spelled out NINE, so that's ERICNINE. And then you got Urban Hippie ATL.
Yeah, so it's at Urban Hippie ATL, at Urban Hippie LLC. We're located at Studio 9.
Yeah, so we out here right next to Grand Park. So we local and we live in this energy. We try to give back so we can keep receiving.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like that was like a mic drop.
Cheers to that.
Oh,
was it a drop?
I got it. I'm good. That was good.
So, Rich, any final thoughts from you?
Listen, man, check these guys out. They dope. The energy is good. I'm big on energy. I'm feeling the energy. You know, the ambiance. I like it. I think that y'all are cool. I like the art. I like, you know, everything about the answers you gave. You know, everything seems, you know, you seem like two genuine guys, and that's probably why y'all get along, because y'all just two cool dudes doing what y'all do. And I love the whole meaning behind, you know, the Twisted Circus. I love it. I hopefully I can become an honorary member.
Yeah. We're gonna make that happen today. We're gonna do that today.
Yeah, I mean, as long as ain't no crazy initiation.
You already passed the initiations without even knowing.
A bunch of hot coals, but you know, I fuck with y'all, man, and I just, you know, I see great things in your future. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a future teller, but you know, I do have good intuition. I see great things for y'all. This is gonna become larger than life, and it's probably gonna live way longer than y'all do, and that's a beautiful thing. So, you know, I love it.
Appreciate that.
Awesome.
That's what's up.
Wow. So I just want to say thank you again for bringing us in your house. Okay. You know,
Happy having you.
we don't know where we going to end up next. Oh, we know we're next week. But you know, the thing is, you know, we want to, if the community or the talent isn't coming to us, we go to y'all.
Awesome.
We want to come to y'all, and thank you again to Mr. Daniel Dickey at the Resource.
Shout out to Daniel.
So shout out to Coco. Coco, I got a shout out. If y'all don't love Coco, y'all need to know Coco.
Coco, my best friend, because Coco get the shot. Coco do a lot more than get the shots. Don't get around and just start asking for shots. She ain't no way.
Okay.
I want to get that clear.
Then make it clear.
But can't get another shot, Coco. I love you. Shout out to Coco. Shout out to Daniel Dickey. You know, he's a dope individual as well. He connected us with these people.
Yes.
Y'all saw him on the last joint. You know, he's a very interesting person. Look him up as well. Get his services, because obviously it works.
Interesting man.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You feel me? So yeah, shout out to all of y'all.
Yeah, it was dope. And thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Dynasty Extended Podcast.
We clapping, okay? Yeah, we gonna